Tonight we report on a prison sentence for an Ephrata man in a 2013 shooting, and a mock crash highlights the dangers of drunk driving. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. The Wenatchee Apple Sox add a couple players to the roster, and the Mariners close out their series against the Angels with a loss. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And we're sliding out of the work week. Friday's on tap and looking like a cold front will sneak in Friday night. A little cooler for the weekend, a little breezy, but all in all, not too bad.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
An Ephrata man is serving 19 years in prison for trying to kill a man in a blueberry orchard in 2013. Arnaldo Mendoza, a 22-year-old man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to attempted murder, robbery, and alien in possession of a firearm. Prosecutors initially charged Mendoza with attempted murder in the first degree, but the charge was lessened as part of a plea agreement. Chief Deputy Prosecutor Alan White said further investigation showed some doubts about whether Mendoza planned to shoot the victim. Mendoza has no previous felony convictions and was sentenced to 19 years in prison. The July 2013 shooting happened in a blueberry field where Mendoza and the victim, a 23-year-old Quincy man, were working. The victim was shot at least 6 times and survived the wounds. Mendoza believed the victim had touched his girlfriend. Big Bend Community College, along with local emergency personnel, is holding an active shooter training next week on campus. Reporter Joe Utter has the details.
Don't be alarmed on April 15th, as emergency personnel will swarm to Big Bend Community College for an active shooter drill. Local police, firefighters, and hospital staff will be staged at the college's nursing building for the exercise that begins at 1:15 p.m. Doug Sly, the college's public information officer, said the drill has been in planning for more than 2 years.
It's the first time that I know of that all these agencies, fire, police, Samaritan Healthcare, have cooperated to have an exercise like this to see how they would all cooperate and work together in response, and then they can critique themselves and do a better job if something happens for real.
Passerbys may hear occasional sounds of gunshots, although not real gunshots. Classes are in session, and faculty and staff have been notified of the drill. Students and staff members will serve as volunteer actors in the drill. Samaritan Hospital will also simulate a response to a school shooting and treatment of patients. The college staff will also focus on post-incident counseling planning for students and staff that would be affected in a real-life situation. This is Joe Utter reporting for iFiber One News.
Quincy is expanding their budget to $5.4 million to build a new police station and remodel City Hall. The City Council agreed to hire Wellens Farwell, an Oregon-based company, to build the municipal office complex. The bid was about $1.7 million more than the city budgeted for the project. City Administrator Tim Sneed said the mayor put roughly $3.7 million in the budget. Sneed said the city can afford the additional $1.7 million. He pointed out the city expected to receive about $2 million in sales tax and received $1.6 million by the end of March. Construction crews are on site, and city officials expect they will start working soon. The project includes demolishing the former fire station and a home the city purchased. It's expected to take 2 years to finish. Live Nation is working on a contract with a Pennsylvania-based company to provide medical services at the Gorge Amphitheater. Representatives from Live Nation, the Quincy Valley Medical Center, the City of Quincy, and Grant County Fire District 3 met with the Grant County Commissioners to discuss the progress of medical services at the amphitheater. The meeting followed a discussion in February about decreasing the cost of unpaid medical bills from Gorge concertgoers. Spokesman Danny Wild said the Gorge is negotiating a contract with CrowdRx to provide medical services during the 2015 concert season. The company will likely provide a doctor to staff the amphitheater's medical station for each of the concerts. They would provide more medical staff for the larger events. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break, we'll be right back.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of these many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Well, hi there, everybody. Meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News. Our weather forecast, of course, brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And we are looking at a couple of frontal boundaries that'll be coming on through, but the big news is that the weekend is looking to be pretty nice, a little cooler than normal as we cool on off. But the first cold front coming across mainly overnight tomorrow night, Friday night into Saturday morning, and maybe a sprinkle with it, but more with the rain shadow effect we're looking for. Basically just some winds on Saturday. The winds will lessen on Sunday. Temperatures will be a few degrees below normal, as I mentioned. And then the next frontal boundary coming on into the area, it looks like Monday afternoon, Monday evening. That one has a better chance of giving us a shower threat into Tuesday. In the meantime, 64 and 36 the extremes today. 61 and 37 are normal, so pretty close. Record back in 2000, 75 degrees, and in 1972, 25 was the record low. Looking in Moses Lake, 64 and 34. Now, unlike here in Ephrata, we didn't see any precipitation this morning. A little bit of cloud cover here in Ephrata gave way to a nice afternoon, but again, looking pretty good as we slide through Friday before the cold front comes on in. Settling into a very nice Thursday night, 62 degrees right now, mainly clear skies, a south breeze 7 miles an hour. A delightful start to your overnight hours on this Thursday. In fact, looking at the statewide forecast with the clouds and precipitation, looking fairly decent overnight tonight for a good portion of the state, but by sunrise, a little cloud cover tending to increase. Here's the cold front that we'll be watching for Friday night, Saturday morning into our area. You can see as the afternoon progresses, the precipitation moves into the Cascades and into the morning hours, a little bit of snow on Saturday morning. But we get the rain shadow effect, that downslope winds with the frontal boundary, and little cool air coming into the area will help again, mix in some strong winds for Saturday afternoon. By Sunday, though, things will be pretty nice, at least the wind-wise. Still a little bit cool, though. Temperatures looking to be upper 50s, lower 60s west of the Cascades. Looking for showers, a good threat for the afternoon hours west of the Cascades. But from our area east, looking like a very, very nice Friday afternoon. In fact, zooming into the Columbia Basin, you can see temperatures well up into the mid to high 60s, so a good 5 to 8 degrees above where we should be this time of the year. But things will change for the weekend. Behind the frontal boundary, breezy, cooler Saturday, maybe some frost in the area on Sunday morning, a little chilly. And then a little unsettled to start the work week, but all in all, the weekend plans, get them ready because it's looking like a fairly nice weekend.
Hi. Hi, I see here on my glasses that it's your sales event.
Yeah, we have low APR financing and some great lease offers. Check out the bold new Camry.
Wow, that's really nice. I gotta get a closer look. Wow, there's so much stuff.
Careful.
If I could just see where I was going.
Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Camry for $199 a month with $750 lease bonus cash. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Now this is cool.
That's easy to see.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hisasi Iwakuma gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and the Mariners dropped a 5-3 game to the Angels last night. Albert Pujols did the early damage with a 2-run shot in the first with Mike Trout aboard. It was the 521st homer of his career. The blast ties Pujols with Hall of Famers Ted Williams, Willie McCovey, and Frank Thomas for the 18th spot on the home run list. Los Angeles added 2 more in the first, aided by a ground ball that got under Robinson Cano's glove. The M's put a run on the board in the home half of the third, and 2 in the sixth on Kyle Seager's 2-run dinger. The Wenatchee Apple Sox are adding 2 players to their 2015 roster. Andrew Helmstadter, a sophomore catcher from Northwest Nazarene University, will settle in behind the dish. Helmstadter from Palm Desert, California, played high school ball at Desert Christian Academy. Helmstadter is batting .331 and has started 37 of NNU's 38 games. He has 48 hits and leads the team with 15 doubles. Dustin Hamilton, a junior left-hander from Central Washington University, is slated to be the lone southpaw in the Wenatchee's rotation. Hamilton hails from Castle Rock. He was a first-team All-State selection and Tri-Co League MVP at Castle Rock High School. He owns a 4.30 ERA and a 1-1 record through 8 appearances and 5 starts for the Wildcats. Hamilton has struck out 22 batters over his 23 innings of work this season. The Apple Sox opened the season with a 2-game non-league series against the San Francisco Seals, June 4th and 5th at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Well, it's that time of the year again. The Masters is back. Cue the music. Set up shot at Amen Corner because we're in for a great weekend of golf. Early favorites are last year's winner, Bubba Watson, 21-year-old Jordan Spieth, and the winner of the last 2 majors, Rory McIlroy. 4-time Master champion Tiger Woods and 3-time winner Phil Mickelson are trying to recapture their glory days and return to championship form. Before the tournament got underway, the annual par 3 tournament took place on Wednesday. Some old guy named Jack did something mighty special.
The big 3 involved doing that. And here's Jack at number 4.
It's a 130-yard par 3 across the water. Really a good golf hole. What a beautiful play. Come on, come on, come on, Jack. Yes.
Ah, yes!
Yes.
The Golden Bear. He's still got it. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, clients have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Quincy High School students' senior project aimed at raising awareness about the dangers of drinking and driving. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
A fatal head-on collision in front of Quincy High School on Thursday was about as real as it gets, even if it was not. Quincy High School students were graphically reminded that teenagers often die in alcohol and drug-related auto crashes. The lesson was compliments of several Quincy High School seniors who teamed up for their senior project. The 4 seniors produced every 15 minutes after long planning the event to the greatest detail. They involved all levels of public safety in Quincy and the county, from emergency dispatch to police, fire, paramedics, even the county coroner. Quincy senior Richard Vasquez said the senior project team wanted to make a serious statement that substance abuse and driving do not mix.
Teens, they think they're invincible. As in our generation, they think they're invincible. They think nothing can happen to them. They think drugs and alcohol is just a game. But personally for me, it's not a game. And we just want to reach out to them, and this is pretty much showing them what can happen to you if you're under the influence of anything, period.
Senior Beulah Hope explained why she got involved in the project.
I wanted to make a difference to the people in Quincy and get the message across that you shouldn't drink and drive.
The students are producing a video about the fatal crash and conducted interviews with those affected, such as the mother of the teen victim who died in the crash. Senior Ian Allen recorded the event for the video, and a drone with a camera shot video overhead.
We actually got the idea from my health teacher last year when I was a junior, named Miss Sawyer. She showed us a video clip that other students did in our area, and I was like, that seems kind of cool. And she asked everybody in the class who would be interested in actually bringing this to our high school. And of course, I thought, hey, that would be neat. Seniors Cynthia Diaz and Kimberly Reese were among the 8 volunteer students who played crash victims. Crew members of Northwest MedStar, the region's critical care service, landed a helicopter on Quincy High School's football field to airlift youths with possible head injuries to the hospital in Seattle. Grant County coroners placed the victim's body in a body bag for transport to the morgue. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your #1 news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. A man currently serving nearly 4 years in prison for running from police is facing new charges for 2 earlier police chases. Prosecutors charged Andrew Gilbert, a 33-year-old Moses Lake man, in Grant County Superior Court with 2 counts of attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle. The first incident started on August 7, 2014, when Gilbert allegedly drove around a patrol car and fled in a pursuit that reached speeds of 90 miles an hour. Gilbert reportedly forced 2 vehicles to the side of the road when he ran a stop sign and turned onto State Route 17. A second chase took place on August 25, 2014, when a Moses Lake police officer allegedly saw Gilbert driving. Gilbert allegedly started speeding, and the chase reached speeds of 80 miles an hour. Gilbert is presently serving a 3-year and 8-month prison sentence for fleeing Moses Lake police in August of last year. He has 20 felony convictions in the past 18 years, including fleeing from police in 2002, 2004, and 2010. Irrigators facing a 39% electricity rate hike in the next 10 years are unhappy with proposed Grant PUD rate increases. To explain the rate increases for agricultural users, industrial customers, and residential clients, the PUD is holding a workshop on May 4th at 9 a.m. The workshop is open to the public and takes place in the Commissioner's Meeting Room at 30 C Street, Southwest in Ephrata. The proposed changes stem from when the PUD conducted a cost of service study in 2014. They used the information to create changes to its rate structure. The ag power users of Grant County voiced concern over the proposed changes, which would see irrigators' retail rate increase by 39% by 2024. Large industrial customers, who constitute approximately 25 Grant County businesses, will see a 5.1% rate hike, which drew concerns from the irrigators group. The Quincy Police Department is warning residents of scam phone calls claiming to be a department fundraiser. Someone is reportedly calling Quincy residents and telling them the Quincy Police Department is holding a fundraiser and is asking for donations. Quincy Police are not raising money and urge residents who receive the call to not provide any personal information. Anyone who gets the call is asked to attempt to verify the caller's name and phone number and report the incident to Quincy Police at 509-787-4718. In Northwest news, 2 California murder suspects were arrested on Oregon after a traffic stop on Interstate 5. Oregon State Police say a statewide alert went out Wednesday afternoon, telling police 2 suspects were traveling from Washington to California. They were considered armed and dangerous. Troopers spotted the car and took the 2 men, both in their 20s, into custody without incident. The highway was shut down in both directions as police conducted the traffic stop. Police say the suspects will be extradited back to California. A Vancouver, Washington man made an unusual discovery while getting ready for a yard sale, documents dating back more than 80 years tucked away in an old box. Reporter Kelsey Watts has the story.
Getting ready for a yard sale and tucked away in an old box, Sheldon Wagner made an unusual discovery, a Grant High School diploma for a woman named Emily Marie Smith, dating back to 1955.
It was inside one of these.
Problem is, he has no idea who Emily is.
It'd be cool to find the person this stuff belongs to.
But digging a little deeper, he uncovered even more. Old family photos, a 1939 yearbook from the University of Portland, and newspaper clippings saved from simpler days.
Look at what you get, a 19-inch portable. $100.
Beneath it all,
that is
we watched as he uncovered an old presidential campaign bumper sticker for then Senator John F. Kennedy.
We're just now discovering, all this incredible stuff.
The old yellowed pages also capturing the end of his presidency.
Sorrowing Miss Kennedy controls her emotions to help plan final farewell tribute to President.
Pages of history dating back more than 80 years.
This is Sunday, February 18, 1934.
That all started with a girl named Emily.
It's cool that it's kept in such good condition, all this.
A girl Sheldon is determined to find.
I think it'll...
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.